guys, welcome to Technical Jyoti. In today's video we are going to look into IBM RTC SCM or IBM Engineering Workflow Management SCM. The jar source control is a repository in RTC which can hold the source code and any other artifacts like documents or HTML files or text files. This repository is managed by jar stream server. Source control management is the same as version control system. Version control system are just that software that provide versioning functionality. For example, Git, then SVN and TFS version control system. All this falls into this category. Let's understand software configuration management as well. So, software configuration management is a broader term that encompasses all the processes needed to build, package, and deploy software, and this includes version control system as well. Let's jump to the next slide to understand SCM terminology. So the first one is repository workspace. A repository workspace is an area where you can view and modify version control artifacts. The creation of a repository workspace is a must for every member working on source control artifacts. So if there are 2-3 developers are working on this SCM, then they all should have this repository workspace on their local ID. Next one is streams and components. A stream is a repository object that includes one or more components. A component is a collection of related artifacts such as a set of related Eclipse plugins or a group of documents that comprises website content. So next one is change set and change flow. A change set is a repository object that collects a related group of file, folder, and symbolic links modification within a component. Change set flows between repository workspace and stream, and the workspace flow targets specify the source and destination of incoming and outgoing change sets. So afterwards, resolving conflicts. So basically, this is a scenario where two developers, like more than one developers, are working on the same project or same code. They're doing changes on the same file, so there might be a chance that there will be some kind of conflicts can occur. And this conflict can also be solved like in RTC SCM. There's 3 options we can get it to solve it. Like first one is resolve with mime, and then that means consider my changes, and then resolve with propose, then consider the changes of the second developer, and third one is resolve with merge request, like merge both the changes, resolve with the merge conflicts. Then next one is pending changes. So whenever you save any code changes, change file was placed in the unresolved mode of the pending changes view. And afterwards, history. The history view can be used to examine the history of a single file or to look at the history of a component in a repository workspace or stream. In both cases, what is shown in the list of changes is a reverse chronological order according to where each was added to the workspace or stream. When the history is for the list contains all change sets in that workspace or stream. Afterwards, incoming and outgoing change sets. So basically, incoming and outgoing change sets flows between workspace and streams on a component by component basis, and for those components that the workspace or streams have in common. Afterwards, baselines and snapshots. So let's understand some baseline and snapshot. An immutable copy of a component in a particular workspace or stream is called a baseline. A baseline represents a configuration of a component at any particular point in time. Baseline serves as a fixed point of references and are useful both for initializing streams and workspace data pick up from a given point of a set of a component, and for sharing the changes to component at a granularity coarser than that of the individual change set. Baselines basically appear as incoming and outgoing, just like a change set tools. And the pending changes view display the change sets of a change set that comprises as incoming and outgoing baselines. User can also compare baselines to see the change sets difference between them. So user can also compare the baseline change sets as well. Compare the baseline to see the change sets difference. And next one is snapshot. You can take snapshot of your own repository workspace to give you a permanent record of what it looked like at the time. A snapshot is really just a collection of baselines, one for each component in your workspace. Snapshots are most often used to remember important workspace configuration so that it can be repeated, for example, to reproduce an earlier build. Snapshots are remembered with the workspace or stream from which they were created. Afterwards, completed change set. A user may complete a change set to mark it as finished. Subsequent change set to the workspace must done in a new change set. The user decides when one change set is completed and when to start a new one. Only completed change sets may be shared with other stream and workspace. Delivers automatically complete change sets being delivered. Afterwards, discard change set. A user may discard a change set from his workspace, added to throw away partial work that has been chosen to abandon, or to temporarily remove the change set that is accepted from a stream from his workspace. In other words, to temporarily unaccept it. So this all are the SCM terminology. Let's understand these things from the ID also. So this is one my repository workspace where I have created my repository workspace. In upcoming video, I will explain you how to create all the repository workspace streams and components. All this scenario. One of the example I will show you. Let's in this video just understand where this repository workspace. So this is a repository workspace. Inside this, you can see there is a component. So here, this repository workspace be owned by this user. So this user must have some permission to create streams or deliver change sets. Visibility is private. That means only I can access, like the user can only access this component. This components is inside this workspace. You can add more components as well as, and here incoming and outgoing changes is from this particular stream. Like whenever any change set will be created, then it will going to deliver to test stream. So this is from here you can see all the components go inside source control. From here source control you can see all the components from this project area, and all the streams can be visible from here. If you want to see the pending changes, you can check it from here. All the pending changes will be visible over here. And if you want to see the history also, just open window, show view, and here you can select the history. Currently history is not visible inside my ID. So here you can get all the history. So suppose this is outgoing change sets. If I deliver it, just remove from this, right? And it will be under now this stream. So you can see here now it has been delivered. From here, here you can see the changes information. So here from this workspace to this test stream it has been delivered. You can check it from the web client as well as. I'll just refresh this page. Go into the operational history. Here you can understand today is June 11 and we have delivered these change sets. Right, from here you can see the history. Ideally we should also be able to see from here. Okay, no problem, but you can see it from web client, right? It is visible through web client. So we have already checked where strips is visible, where components, where is repository workspace, where is pending changes, where is history, and this all changes when which occurs, that is incoming and outgoing changes also we have already see this, right? Now move it to the next slide, that is what are prerequisites for IBM for using IBM SCM. So first of all, you should have access to IBM Engineering Workflow Management, and second one is you should have some required permission. And some required permission is required for source control. That is one of the examples to deliver change set. So let's see from where we can assign the permissions for source control. So first take it with the web client. So first of all, you need to log into SCM CCM/admin page. Select this permission, and inside the permission there's two options, either you can assign permission by role or by operation. So we can assign by role also. So currently I have assigned by role. To everyone role I have assigned all source control permission, just because for this demo I am not I should have access or I should not face any kind of permission issue, so I have given all the permission to myself. But in the real scenario, some user can have some permission and some can not have this permission, right, depending upon the process. So we will check in further upcoming videos we can have one scenario where with real-time scenarios we can create with a real-time scenario, but in this video I have not covered those topics. So go down, and here you can see source control. Inside source control you can assign permission from by when you click on this you can grant this permission. If you are admin, then only you should have access to rules. Like similarly, you can do it from the Eclipse client as well as. So first of all, you need to open the project area. Inside the project area, you need to go to process configuration. Inside process configuration, you need to go to team configuration. Inside team configuration, select this permission, and here same option you will get either by role or by actions. So here you can depending upon your choice, you can click on it and just go down, and here you can see the option of source control. So here you can assign permission. So I have given the deliver change permission to everyone user. I hope you understood how to assign the permission for source control. Next, move to next slide. So here you can see a user may face one issue. He is not able to deliver change set just because he was not having this permission. So we have already checked how to assign those permission. So you may face this kind of error inside the team advisor. Now next last slide, like SCM. Let's understand the architecture of SCM. So we have already understand the terminology of SCM. Let's understand how it is being used in real time. So for example, suppose there's two developers working on this SCM. So definitely they will having their separate ID, right? They will be going to do code changes from their own machine, right? So they have different IDs. So developer one, suppose consider this one is a developer one and this one is developer two. So developer one ID, when he going to check his code, so definitely component will be inside and a stream of repository workspace, right? And inside component your source code will be data will be present. So what happened, from development ID he is checking his code inside the component inside this repository workspace, and he is delivering the user is delivering change sets whenever we have to deliver any change set, right? So definitely we need to create a whenever we have to deliver a code we need to create a change sets, and once change sets completed then we can deliver those change sets. So for that, so once change set has been created and it's completed, then we can deliver the change set to the particular string. And this from where to where we have to deliver it, that is will be set inside the flow target. We have already checked the flow targets. This is the flow target where we can set like from where to where we need to push the code. So once it has been pushed to stream, then another user, another developer will get notification inside his pending changes. He will get this same code, that developer one's code, to be accepted, because some notification he is getting that here some code changes has been occurred. If you want, you can pull those code changes in your ID. At the same time, he can also check in his code, so he can also deliver to the server, main server, that it's free. Thank you everyone. I hope you like it. Please do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel.